Hi, Bob Freeman here with MarineMax in Naples, Florida. I'm here today to talk to you about the Sea Race 2018 270 SDX with an outboard. As you can see, the profile of the boat is absolutely beautiful. It's got the deep blue, Sea Ray blue hull color with the white bottom. Contrasts very, very nicely with the stainless steel insert on the rub rail. And as we come to the back of the boat, we got trim tabs underneath. And then on the platform, we've got the Flexi Teak, which is cushiony underneath your feet, very comfortable, and it doesn't burn your feet either, so they really don't come a long way with that type of material. And then it's powered with the Mercury Verado 350, a ton of horsepower for this boat. It gets you up on plane very, very quickly, and it gives you a good top end as well. So let's hop on board and see the rest. Here we are up on board the 270 SDX. Let's start with the back. We've got very comfortable lounger set up here. Actually, the way you position it, it's a much more comfortable seating position for your legs. You can put 4 adults back here very comfortably. And you also have the ski tow bar right behind it for tubing and that type of thing, easily done. And you can remove it if you aren't using it. And then we've got all kinds of storage back here. You open up this one here, you're going to see that it's really long. So as far as your water toys and all that stuff, you got plenty of room. It's dry down there, so nice setup there. And then we come over to here, and back in the day we had the outboards, the inboard outboards rather, the IOs. And this is where the engine used to be. So now we've just got really large storage in here for fenders and lines and all that type of stuff. So ton of storage on this entire boat, and especially in the back. And we've got remote control stereo here, so when you're sitting out back, you don't have to go to the helm to control the stereo. You got a handheld. If you're getting on the boat from the back of the boat, you can rinse the salt and sand off yourself that way. And then when you're sitting back here, you can ice this down. It's really big. It holds a lot, and it's so the people that are in the back can stay in the back without having to move onto the boat, which is what we're going to do. So, if you're doing a lay along and it's a low tide, you might not be able to get on from the back of the boat. You can lower this down so you can step onto. This is non-skid right here. Step from here down and then down. So it's an option for a safe boarding during a low tide. Drink holders. Got nice L-shaped seating here. And this one here is the batteries. And the battery switch, so very convenient as far as you got to turn the batteries on and off when you're not using the boat. Very convenient to get at, and as far as maintenance on the batteries, very good there as well. Then more storage. So you saw the big one on the back. Well, this is like a continuation that goes from here all the way into this seat. So you got 2 very deep, very long storage containers for storage areas where you can keep basically everything you're going to need to keep on the boat. You've got plenty of room for it. And then we've got a place for a table right here. So this will be like an L-shape bar with a table. And then you also have a battery charger. So if you happen to leave the battery switches on and you get on the boat and it won't start, you can plug this into a 110, charge the batteries up in a short period of time, and you're up and running versus trying to get new batteries or get jump started or whatever. This is a nice option to have. And on this side, you've got the cooler. So great place for the cooler. It's out of the way. It's out of the sun, and it's got a fixed hole, so it doesn't slide around in there. So it's dedicated, and just a great place to keep it where it's not sliding around the deck of the boat. Then the seats it's set up for the port side here. You can put 2 adults here. But if you're at the beach or you're just hanging out, you can lounge facing this way, which is a nice option. And the captain's seat does the exact same thing. So if you're anchored out or you're at Key Wading or you're hanging on the boat, 2 really comfortable lounges right here. So very versatile seats. Very, very comfortable, very cool. And then as we move forward, we've got the pump out head. and it has a porthole, which will give you some extra daylight and also some fresh air if you do need it, along with the sink and the faucet so you can rinse yourself off. And then as we move over to the helm, the bolsters go up. I like to sit with the bolster up because I like to look over the windshield. It's got a Simrad system on here. It's flat. It's flush to the dash. Very, very cool looking. And Simrad's a really good make, and it's all you're going to need for as far as giving you all the information for a GPS. Everything's going to be here. Also, your engine, all your engine information, that's all in here as well. Your fuel burns and all that. All your switches here. See right steering wheel, and then you've got the trim tabs, so conveniently located there. Plenty of room over here. Get the digital shifter, and then you've got the remote control for the stereo. So nice, clean, not junked up with a lot of switches and a lot of other stuff. Just very clean dash. I like it a lot. And let's move forward. So this is storage. We've got the two tables. So if you got a table that can go in the back where I showed you, and we got one more that's going to be up on the bow. So you actually have two tables with dedicated storage right there. So they're not rolling around and bouncing around on the boat, and you still can keep some dry items in there as well. And then you do have this piece, this right here. This is if it's a chilly day, if it's windy, you can close it off, close the windshield, and this is going to block the wind. So it's just a nice added feature. A lot of times when you do this, they use this door, so the door is open. Now it's just two separate, one keeping this closed at all times, and this is blocking the wind. Okay, here we are up in the bow. It's two very large lounges with armrests. So very comfortable for two people to lounge. You can fit 4 to 5 adults very comfortably up here, so you can put comfortably on this boat at least a dozen adults, and everybody's got plenty of room for the seats. They've done the interior. They're really shaking it up. They've put some nice added features to it. The sound system is fantastic. And then up here we have, we go to the beach, if we go to Key Wade and that type of application, all we do, we pull this up and we deploy the ladder. So the ladder will go off the bow right onto the sand. So you're getting off the boat and back on the boat without having to get in the water, which is actually a really big deal, without having to get your swimsuit wet if you don't want it. So this is where the anchor is underneath, and this is just a nice, especially if you do beach your boat at all, the ladder's a must. And then before you get back on, you have a sprayer, so you can wash the sand off your feet before you get back on the boat. This is all non-skid, so it's not slippery. And we also have the bimini top, which it also gives you good support. It does not rattle. We got the heavy-duty piping that keeps you from getting the canvas rattle. So very sporty, just a really good-looking boat with fantastic performance. So my name is Bob Freeman. If you have any questions on the 270, please give me a call at 603-213-1194.